we got Benfica versus Madrid, Hala Madrid, Hinadamat, the best club in the world
Relax, bro.
after, you know, at the current champions of the world, Chelsea, and we got Real Madrid. Because we know Chelsea, since Chelsea is the champions of the world for now, for the next 4 years, we got Chelsea champions of the world, and then we got Real Madrid
Who's
right
the
after.
who's the current champion of Premier League? I mean, not Premier League, Champions League.
What do you mean? Does it count as
No,
that?
I know. I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking questions.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
I'm just asking who's the current like who's the last recent
You
champion?
mean use the current European champion, not the current world champion? Is that what you're trying to say?
World
That's
champion.
what you're trying to say. That's what I'm hearing. You're asking me who's the current European champion. But the
No, I'm
question you
just
should be asking me is who is the current world champion for the
no.
next 4 years? That's what I want to know.
The question that I asked was who's the current Champions League champion, which is PSG. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to say. Anyway, let's get to the
Yes,
game.
yes,
Let's go into
yes.
this
The
game.
current European champion, which is PSG.
Yeah, which is PSG.
And I can also ask you who's the current African champion?
African
You
champion.
don't know. You don't
African
know.
champion. No, it's Senegal.
No, no. Like
It's
like in
Senegal.
in the clubs,
No,
like the
yeah,
clubs. Who's
it's
the
Senegal.
current La Liga champion? Who's the current, Serie A
Senegal.
champion? You got Napoli. Who's the
Senegal.
current England champion? You got Liverpool. Who's the current La Liga champion? We got Barcelona. And what
Wait,
happened to all those three? They got
was
clapped by
there
who? The
was there
champions
any
of the world,
was there
Chelsea.
was there any African team that at the Club World Cup?
Yes, you got Al Hilal or those teams. You got Al Ali. You got yeah. There was so many of them actually.
There was a
I
lot.
remember
Oh,
Namelodi
yeah.
Sundowns. You got Namelodi Sundowns.
Must have watched. I
All
must
of
have been
them couldn't withstand the champions of the world, Chelsea.
must have been the day. Must have been a different game that I watched. I think I was probably watching maybe Olympics from a couple years ago. Maybe I was. I mean, maybe I was watching a different game. But
Hey
anyways,
man, you know the when
let's get to the
greatness is in
game.
front of you, you don't even know. Sometimes greatness is hard to really describe. That's what
Let's
you're going
get
through right now,
into
and
the
it's okay.
game.
It's okay.
Let's get into the game.
Hey man, let's go.
Benfica versus Real Madrid. The game that was heard around the whole continent. The game that was supposed to be right and went left to where it was not supposed to go to, bro. Firstly, I don't want to come out here and say yeah for a whole hour about the history of racism. But let's talk about the game, bro. I'll be honest, Benfica, y'all are stupid. You guys are stupid. Bro, if you watch the game, bro, Benfica were literally they would get into the midfield. They would get into the midfield and say, let's not shoot the ball. We don't want to shoot the ball. Let's just get into the midfield. Let's just walk in the midfield and not shoot the ball. Not shoot the ball. The fact that Mbappe had a bad game and you guys were not able to convert in goals from that, it's just disappointed, bro. Obviously, as you know, I'm a Barca fan here, but I actually have Real Madrid winning. I have Real Madrid winning these games. I had y'all winning, so you can't say I was hating. I had y'all winning these games. So, how do you feel about Real Madrid for this game, man? If you have anything else you want to talk about,
Hey, I know. People know what to expect. They know what I'm gonna say. I'll talk. I'll mention it, but I won't go too deep. Okay? Because as a person of color, as a black person, blackest of black, the motherland, Congolese brother, you know, as black as I am, with this lamp, with this light right in my face, it'll never change my skin color, right? So all I'm gonna say is, guys, when is this gonna end? Like it's not even funny anymore because there's
I don't think it's supposed to be funny ever,
yeah,
bro.
no. I'm not. What I'm saying is, it's going to the point where I don't even know what's funny anymore. Like I don't even know what is the joke behind all this. I try to understand it, and I'll never understand it. I don't know if it's because it's just because of the way I was raised, or just because I'm a person of color and I'll just never understand racism. But it's gotten to the point where racism just generally don't even be making sense. Like it just does not make sense. Like what killed me is when Nicholas Jackson was like, if he calls you a monkey, you should call him a white pig. But to me, it's like, and then if you call him a white pig,
Wait,
it's still
that's what Nicholas Jackson said. No, that's what he said with the whole situation. I was like, no, I mean, I didn't even see that. I must have, damn. Well, I must have missed that. That's like, that's like if somebody, okay, no, maybe not do that. That's like if somebody, punches me. I punch them and then I kick them in the balls or something. It's like, what is that gonna do, man? What is that gonna do, Nicholas Jackson? Nothing, bro. My thing is always is this the way it's human nature, bro. Racism is gonna exist, and by the time we're gone off this planet, it's still gonna be here. This is the way humans are, bro. We know the past, the
And
history.
which is not right to say though.
We know the past and the history. It's never gonna.
It's not, we shouldn't accept. And that's why a lot of people say, oh, shout out Vinicius. Oh, some people are like, oh, he's a crybaby. He always complains, bro. Why is it always happening to Vinicius? Oh, you have Mourinho saying Eusebio was black. All those reasons does not justify racism. Nothing justified
Yeah,
whatever
my
the
thing,
hell that
like I
was.
will say, like I was saying, I don't agree with everything that Vinicius does with the dance, but for me, it's like I don't care. It's not to the point where I'm gonna be like I'm gonna start. Okay, let's say not. Let's just forget. It's not to the point where I'm gonna feel the need to be like I need to be racist. To the point, it's not to that point. Like it shouldn't get to that point where you feel like you need to be, and it doesn't make sense to me.
Bro,
It's
they were
almost like
literally doing monkey gestures in the fan. The
that's what
fans
I'm
were literally
saying.
doing monkey gestures to
You
him.
shouldn't hate somebody. You shouldn't hate somebody to the point where you need to feel like, oh, I'm gonna be racist to him. This and then
Like
see
at
how I
the end of the
react.
day,
And then when they react, it's like, oh my god, look at it, look at he's reacting. That's why it's like,
no, at the end of the day, like obviously at the end of the day, what do they expect? Like you getting what you want basically by doing that. Like it's like you provoke you starting something like you think you're funny. Like I saw a video of this lady filming herself, and this guy beside her is doing a like he's doing the monkey gesture to Vinicius, and then he's smiling. And I don't know who the girl is to him. I think she might be his wife, or just a random person filming him, but she looks disturbed. And then there's other people, someone is filming them from the back, and they're just doing this, like monkeys or whatever. And Vinicius is walking, and I'm just like, what is this world that we're living in? So if it's gotten to this point, like there will come a time where it might just we might just stop. Like sure, let's just say we all just boycott the game. We just stop. All black people we all just stop in getting involved into these things. We just do our own stuff, and the world goes back to people. Like let's just give an example where we just decide to just boycott the whole thing. No more black people allowed to play. We don't want to play no more. Let's keep it like that. It just takes away the whole fun of it. There's no more sauce. There's no flavor. It's just plain. So is that what they want? They just want like if that's what you want, then go watch some Sunday leagues. Go watch some Sunday Benfica leagues and see if you enjoy that. Like sure, have a
nah,
Champions League with no black people in it. Have a Champions League with no Asians in it. Have a Champions League with no Arabs. Like sure, let's should we do that then? Is that what they want?
or I think it's
It's
just sometimes.
stupid.
I think it's just sometimes people are. Sometimes the way people
They
are just
don't
brought up in
think.
life. There's
They
you have
don't
so much.
think.
You have so much hate in your heart. You don't even realize. Like, there's probably like I don't know. I'm not. I don't feel like Benfica specifically, but let's say there's probably a bunch of teams. Like let's say I'm using an example in Spain, for example, which they have black players on the team, but even the fans of that team would still be racist to the opposite
It
teams
just
that
don't be
have
making
the
sense. It don't
which
make sense.
which that makes no sense to me. So it's like it's the way they are, bro. They don't operate that racism. You don't operate behind logic, bro. It's not logic.
It will
That's
never
just
make
hate.
sense to me. Like,
And if
and
you
we're
have
not gonna
the
sit around and just talk about it because I don't even want to be giving him free promotion. You're not getting free promotion for me, buddy. I'm not even gonna say your name. I'm not even gonna say your number. You're useless. If you genuinely, with the from the bottom of your heart, you meant what you said, then go to hell, bro. Because you and I, if I
And
ever
the biggest problem of all this is like the way it happened. It's bad because like the dude covered his mouth. So like
exactly,
we'll technically never know unless somehow the UEFA has something of like hidden mic or something. But which it doesn't even it doesn't matter. There's no mic. There's nothing. If I go like this and I say something, no one knows what happened except for whatever Vinicius heard. But that's
exactly.
one
But it's
thing.
like he's not the only one that said it. Mbappe said it, and
Yeah,
then Mbappe claimed that other Benfica players also heard it, but no
but
Benfica player has come and said they actually heard it. So technically, it's like,
we're now
but
we're
at the
stuck
end of the
because
day,
because
at the
you
end of the day, me, I know when I see something racist, it's that was way too obvious
I
because
think it's
even the
like
way he looked, like the way he looked, you could see the guilt. Like I'm not gonna sit down and just blame, but you can actually see, like sometimes you just see guilt on someone's face after they do something. And I saw he lifts it, he said a bunch of words a few times, and that's when I can recall the one Mbappe was saying was right because he keeps it for a few seconds, so he's probably saying it a bunch of times, mono or whatever, and then he puts it down. So in those few seconds, he was probably saying it a bunch of times. Vinicius heard it right away. Mbappe probably heard it too. So then he goes and tells. But then yeah, everything just happened so fast. But at the moment, people didn't realize that that's why Vinicius was crashing out. They thought he was just trying to stop the game. But the fact that people were saying, "Oh, it couldn't have happened," no, it just don't make sense. Like it happened so fast, and if you look at the clips, it just makes sense. Like as soon as he hears it, he's like he goes and he points to the referee right away. It wasn't even like, oh, he's trying to make it up. You can actually tell that brother was literally. And then as soon as he takes off his like he puts it down. You look at the face. You can see the guilt. Like he looks like someone that just committed a crime, bro. Sometimes you can just see a person that's guilty. So, hey man, I'm not gonna sit around here and just talk about it. We have a game to talk about. But honestly, bro, all I'm gonna say is Benfica next week. I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking good, bro. You're about to see if you want
I'll
to
be
see
honest, bro.
monkeys, bro.
I
Like
hope
you
that
guys
game,
call us monkeys
please
all the time, bro.
keep that thing football, man. Because at
Keep
the end of the
keep
day,
that
you're
same
fighting.
energy, bro. Keep that same
Please
energy when
keep it
you lose.
football, man. Because I don't want to end up this because the problem is the problem we are in right now is the UEFA came out. Obviously, they're gonna make a statement and say whatever they're gonna say. But at the end of the day, if nothing comes out of it and no one gets punched, I'm not gonna be surprised because one, again, the main problem is this. So we can't. They're gonna be like, oh, we can't really know what was said because this map is covered. And I saw people saying, oh, there needs to be a rule of now we need people to start just being like, oh, we need to cover our mouth. And it's like, but that's not gonna do anything. That's not. I don't think that's the problem. The problem is if you're gonna say something to somebody, you don't, especially somebody you're not friends with like that. You don't need to cover your mouth like that, bro. Just if you say something bad, just admit you said that's it, and we can move on from that.
Then
Because
if you're racist, I just want people to stand. Like stand on it, and then
yeah,
see. Stand on business. There's
you
also so
gotta
many people
stand on
hiding
it,
behind the
bro.
screen. So many people hiding. Obviously, there's so many people hiding behind the screen. So many people doing it like behind a fake account. All these fake racism people that be sending. Like, I see it all. We all see it. We've seen it. It's gone to the point where we won't even be surprised, but we know it's a thing that will never go away. But it's like if you're gonna be racist, stand on it and suffer the consequences. Just stand on business, but
Despite
don't.
the fact that Madrid lost the game, I think deep down, nah, I'm not saying all of them, but some of the Benfica fans are happy because at the end of the day, they wanted a reaction, and that's what they got.
And that's what they got exactly.
That's what they got.
And the
If
worst person to do it to is Vinicius. Like as much as he's my player, I'm a Real Madrid fan. If there's someone like me personally, as much as it sounds wrong, but let's say it was like Mbappe or like maybe like Chouameni, Kamavinga, you won't really get that reaction from them right away. But it's like Vinicius is opening doors that we're not seeing right now, but somewhere down the line, along the future, depending on what type of rules that start getting implemented on things you can and cannot do, Vinicius is opening so many doors. Like people may not see it right now, but there will come a time where they will literally stop games. Like they will literally put a pause to games because of racism. Which it's gotten to a point where if these things don't stop, because I'm not. Imagine, for example, our future is in hand. We could have a kid one day. I could have a kid, and he could be I don't know. Maybe he wants to be the next Mbappe, and then he suffer next Vinicius. He could suffer the same thing. He wants to play for Real Madrid, goes to Benfica, racism. We expect it, but it's like what do we do so that the future is different and so that the future is a bit better than it is right now? So we need to do better so that and people like Vinicius, as much as people don't see it right now, some people are just stuck in a box. They always think he's complaining just because he wants to complain. But like, I feel like later down the line, once these things are started, like these rules are start getting implemented, of like these fans that, for example, that are racist, they get a ban, or they just not allowed in stadiums. Once things like that start getting and they start taking it serious like that, it'll just make the future a little bit better. I'm not saying completely better, but it'll make it better than it is right now. Because right now, the clips I saw, bro, all me personally, if I was the UEFA, I'm banning every single one of those fans from those clips. That was nasty work, nasty clips I was seeing. And Vinicius was trying so hard not to even look at them. That's how sad it is, bro. It's so sad. So as much as we're talking about it right now, but I have a feeling that later down the line in the future there will be some rules to all these fans that think they can just pull up and they will just be invincible forever. There will come a time where they will do that shit. I'm sorry, don't mind my language, but I'm actually pissed. There will come a time the table will flip and they will suffer consequences, deep, big consequences for their actions. So until then, we will keep talking about it. I'm not gonna. We obviously this is a positive channel. We try to keep it positive. We try to keep it bent or whatever. But when it comes to serious topics like this, it's very sensitive. But we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. I'm not gonna lie. I personally don't even want to talk about this game like that because the whole attention went towards this. It's sad, but that's the reality of it. So as much as I want to come out here and say and talk about Vinicius' beautiful goal, at the end of the day, if you ask him down a few years down the line, he won't even remember that goal. All he's gonna talk about is what happened in that stadium, and that's not what a footballer wants. No one wants to talk about racism to his kids one day when they ask him, "Dad, how was your game in Benfica?" And the first thing he thinks of is back in my days. Oh, I was called a monkey, and they did nothing about it. Oh, that no. So, with all that being said, the future needs to, like, I don't know, someone needs to do something about it. We have to do better. We've been doing this for years, but like we won't stop. If we gotta talk about it once in a while, all the time, as soon as it happens, we pinpoint it. Then so be it. But all I know is nothing changes, nothing gets better if no action is taken. So with that being said, bro, I'm a big, like, when it comes to um like, I'm a big, like, hater when it comes to racism. So if you're racist, just know that if I ever meet you in person, I'll pretend like I don't know you. So generally, bro, this channel, I promote everyone, but the one thing I'll never do is promote a racist. So brother, if I ever see that brother in the future, bro, unless he tries and he truly means it, but if I ever cross him, I'll act like I don't know him. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. So that's just how it is. Racist, we can't get along. We can't get along. Hey man, Dan, I don't know about you, but I don't want to talk about this game, to be honest. I'll wait for next week and talk about it
Like I
next week.
said, bro, I don't want this to become a attacking Benfica fans. At the end of the day, this stuff happens everywhere around the world, not just in Europe, not just
Yeah,
in
but
Portugal.
it
But
happens.
for
It happens. But
this case, this is bad, a bad thing. The whole thing was handled bad from Jose Mourinho to the Benfica social team, from like everybody around, some of the teammates, the players. And then I understand you got to protect your players, but you also got to be honest behind protecting your players. You can't just be like, "Oh no, we had this black person in your team," and no, no, no,
that was
no.
wild. I can't believe he actually said that.
That makes first of all that makes zero sense because what? Let's say I was white and I have a black friend, I can still be racist. That makes no sense. Okay,
That logic, that white friend and black friend thing will always be funny to
yeah,
me.
it just
It's
makes it
like
large.
saying,
So,
oh, my friend, I have a black friend, I can say the N word. That's how Mourinho sounded.
but yeah, Maroon, that was a very bad. That was a very bad
And
look.
coming from
But
someone that everyone used to say Mourinho's black, which till this day I consider him black because Mourinho he's always gonna be remembered as the manager that had the most black players on his team, bro.
like
For us, especially for Chelsea.
I understand Moreno maybe coming from the side where it feels like you need to protect your team, but you don't need to crash out like that and use that as like a, oh no, we had somebody on her story that just makes sense to me. So for me, second leg, I'm hoping second leg is a strictly football, but obviously it's not gonna be. I'm sorry, I don't think it's gonna be that. Obviously, it's gonna be very nasty, especially if UEFA doesn't do any type of banning anything like that, which I don't think anything's gonna happen because UEFA man, you every before every game you have the together, the no racism and all that before the games. And obviously that hasn't stopped the fan bases from all different the countries of the world to stop racism. So we'll see
Well,
what
to be
happens from
fair,
from that. But
to come to UEFA's protection too, like no one ever really goes into a game and predict. We can never predict what's gonna happen. Like we don't go into a game thinking, oh my god, there's gonna be racism. And you never know who's gonna do it. That's the thing. So that's why in my case, I think of it like
Shoot, you know,
they think.
I don't even think you have to predict it. I think that stuff happens in every damn near
Yeah.
every stadium in Europe. It happens, and not just Europe. I'm saying for like speaking like just for Champions League rides, happens to every stadium in Europe.
And then on top of that, people were out there saying it's because he was dancing. Sure, buddy. Okay. So okay, I don't know. It just makes no sense. It just makes no
But
sense. It just made no sense.
flinching happened, but yeah, I think this whole thing that happened, it kind of took away from the game. You don't really, to be honest, like I don't
Me
really think really care
personally,
about.
I was so hyped. I was even so excited for this game. I couldn't wait. I obviously knew we were gonna win. Like the way we promoted this game, the way we talked about this game last time, and now talking about it, it feels like it's a total different life. It feels like we got into another stage of life. It feels like we're living in a different world. Like we're living in a different world now. Like that video had so much energy, like so much, like there was so much joy in it. Because I was like, hey, and even though Benfica won, the way they won, it was so beautiful. But now, after the whole thing happened, I was watching the game. I could tell, bro, like, the energy was off. Like you can just tell the players just wanted the game to end. And then I saw the referee added 12 minutes. I'm like, yo, brother. Like if you think those 12 minutes will help Benfica score or Madrid will
I
try to
mean,
score, it's not gonna work.
not to I'm defending, but you kind of had to. You think the game stopped for like over 10
Yeah, I
plus
mean,
minutes, so
I'm not saying
that'd have been
it
a
was a
whole
bad idea. But to me, it's like 12 minutes for what?
that'd have been
And
a
then
whole
the game ended.
that'd have been a whole thing happening. But yeah, hopefully, I'm saying, hopefully second leg, UEFA at least has probably better measures for the away fans that are gonna be in the stadium. I guess for Madrid, but yeah, it's unfortunate that it's 2026 and people are still doing the same thing they were doing that when I was not born, when my parents were not born, when grandparents were not born. So
Hey man, it's looking like it's gonna be this way forever. But who are we to like God? Hey man, we look up to you, but some things just don't be making sense, man. It's sad, but that's part of life.
as
All right,
long as
bro.
I'm,
With that being said, huh? You were gonna say something?
I think as long as you leave within your truth, man, you gotta leave through your truth, bro. Because
Hey, that's
people,
one thing's for sure though. They're not stopping us. If they think that's ever gonna stop us, they're not stopping us.
nah.
They're not stopping us. Vinicius will keep dancing. He will keep dunking on them. He will keep scoring if he has to. Mbappe will keep doing the same thing. Tchouameni will get his man of the match just like he did. Kamavinga will do his thing. I don't care. I can name a bunch of players that as soon as I take them off, if I were to dare, if we dare take back just black players, let's not even count every single race besides the white race. If I dare take black players out of football, the game is dead. The game is fully gone. And you guys will regret. Like if God ever grants your wish of taking all of us out of the game, you guys will regret that for the rest of your life. I promise you that. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. You might just one day suffer those consequences. It may not be in this life, but in another life, you might suffer those consequences. I'm telling you right now, you just never know. Life is weird like that. You may not suffer those consequences in this life, but it may follow you in the afterlife. So as much as people want to be racist all they want, but there's gonna be a time when the table flips or something flips, and then it's like you going through that phase and you don't even know what got you in that situation. But it might have been something you did one day. You don't even know in which life, but because you did it, and it follows you wherever you go. I don't know, but we just never know. So I prefer kindness over whatever hatred that is. So let's just try our best to be kind, bro. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. Like the last thing I ever want is Mbappe out of all people. I've never in my life seen Mbappe talk about racism, but as soon as I saw it, bro, I knew the plot is gone. Because when you see players like Mbappe start talking about it, then you know we're losing the plot. We are completely losing the plot. Mbappe is Mbappe is that one player that tries his best to not even talk about these type of things. So I'm not saying because he ignores it. It's just because he tries his best to just keep it simply football. And then you'll see one day there'll be players like Lamine Yamal. It's gonna start affecting them too. This is the future we're talking about. This is not.
To be
It's
honest,
not looking
to be
good.
honest,
This is the
the new
future.
generations, bro, it's like they don't really like, which is not a bad thing to say, but it's like they don't. it's almost like you kind of just have to accept it and move on, bro. Because it's like you gotta kind of not don't say you have to accept it, but you kind of just have to just get on with it. Because you know the fans, like I said, the fans that are doing it, they want a reaction out of you, and once you
Yes, this
react,
happened to
then they
Samuel Eto'o when he was at
yes,
Barca.
I'm just saying it's been happening for, but it's even happened, but it happened
It
between.
happened. It happened to Samuel Eto'o when he was at Barca. It happened to Mario Balotelli. It happened to Danny Alves.
If
And
it's not,
Danny Alves, they threw bananas at him.
if it's not a player, it's the fan. It doesn't matter what happens. It happens till this day. So, I mean, like I said, bro, either there needs to be some type of punishment beyond the fans, or just. But we're gonna have to talk about it. There's gonna have to be discussions. So again, Benfica 0, Madrid 1.
Sometimes it's so toxic to the point where one day I'm just gonna make a platform of just trying to get racism on the channel, like racist people, and then just having one-on-one conversations with them on the camera and just ask them why are you racist. I'm gonna start a show. I'm gonna start a show called "Why Are You Racist?" No, I'm not even
Well,
joking.
that's like asking Satan. Satan, why'd you betray God? It's his nature, bro. It's like that's like me. That's like me interviewing a serial killer, asking him what does he kill for a living. It's a serial killer. It's engraved in his brain from the day he decided to start doing it, and it's almost like an addiction. It's basically like a form of addiction. Once you start doing it, it's taught. You're not just born racist. You don't just wake up one day and say, "Yeah, I just woke up a racist." It's from the time you grew up, whatever environment you grew up in, and then it goes from that. It's taught, bro. So it's unfortunate it happens, but like, bro, it's the way, man. I'm telling you, bro. This whole race thing, bro. It's never gonna. It's endless. The endless cycle that's they just keep going over and over again, bro. So, like
Hey
I said,
man,
we're gonna have to keep talking about it, but we know the real. We're gonna have to keep talking about it till I guess till some people understand. I'm telling you, even the racism happens between within even your own people happens, bro. I'm telling you, if you watch during FCon, you go on some of the channels, some of the comments, people are being racist to themselves. So for me, it never makes sense to me, bro. That's why for me, it's like it's an endless cycle, but you're gonna have to stop. You're gonna have to stop the conversations, bro.
yeah. Anyways, that being said, we rest our case for now. Benfica 0, Real Madrid 1. Welcome to the Bernabeu. We'll see you there soon. We'll see you there soon. I already know it's not gonna look good, man. God forbid, God forbid, I see this team win this game, bro. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. First of all, from now on, Benfica, I don't know. Benfica made a hate like they just. Until this forever, bro. They created a hater out of me, bro.
They
Honestly,
just handled the whole situation bad way. It was a bad way to handle the situation. Even let's say there's a word out there that he didn't say. Even then, he still should not be handling the situation like that. The way I was looking at the Benfica like submitted page. You would think they were a police channel. The way they were trying to operate like that. But what are y'all doing, man? Like, what are you guys doing for what? So,
they just made it worse. They made it worse. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are not happy with Jose Mourinho. A lot of people that are not happy with the Benfica channel. A lot of people are definitely not happy with that. The player himself going around and then trying to deny it on top of it, saying, "Oh, he was trying to say hermano." I was like, "Huh? So you have to cover? What do you mean?" It just didn't make sense.
that's what I'm saying. Because no, there was a clip of him saying hermano like 5 times. But if you say hermano that many times, what is me going like this gonna do? Make you hear? Make you? It's like a speaker. It's like a thing that
Brother,
make you hear it better.
brother, that
Like, come
I know
on,
for a
bro.
fact, him saying hermano and then covering to say mono is the best way to be racist. Honestly, it's smart.
Honestly,
So,
it's stupid. That makes no sense, bro. Okay, so if I'm saying praise like this, then I'm gonna go like this so you can hear it louder. Is that how it works? If I go like this, you're gonna hear it more. Like, come on, man.
hey man, yeah, we'll talk about this and it'll still never make sense. So, with that being said, guys, at the Bernabeu, bro, I wish Jude Bellingham was playing. I wish Pepe was. I would have brought in the if I could bring back all the Avengers for this game. If I could bring back Prime Ramos, Prime Pepe, Prime Marcelo, Cristiano Ronaldo, Benzema. Bale, all those guys for this game, I would have brought them back for this game. All right. With that being said, we're still beating them regardless. See you guys in the next round.